What's going on, everyone? This is Smitty here, and in this video, you guys, talking about the real player motion tech, and it being in NHL, not exclusively NHL though, but this is just talking about how bright the future is going to be for these titles. At least I feel, with the innovation of the RPM tech, because one of the biggest things we've always brought up is shared technology. EA brought it up, and we all have emphasized, even before next gen even popped off. Man, look what NHL has. Look at what FIFA has. Look at what Battlefield has. Look at what that game has. How come we can't see that in Madden? How come can't they just take that and put it in, in Madden because it's in their wheelhouse? Well, this is the kind of innovation that the game needs in order to get to that level, and I'm excited to see this in NHL. NHL, like FIFA, have, in my opinion, a great play. They already have a really, really good, if not great, player movement system. The true performance skating in this game was awesome. You saw True Step originally was done in FIFA. And then they had the RPM tech in their game in FIFA 18. So, and we've seen the RPM tech in UFC as well, and seen what that brings to the table. But looking at it here, they said the skating, just going into this article here real quick, skate like Connor McDavid, right? They use his playing as the inspiration, the way he plays the way he plays out there on the ice. So the big thing for me is seeing the differential between physicality, the physical stature, versus the numerical ratings. I've done tests, in years past with NFL 2K, where you had, I would take a small player, put him on, small defender or whatever, put him on the offensive line, or a small D lineman, put him on that line and give him, I make him the minimal weight, but give him maximum attributes, skill attributes. And he was completely nullified because his physical stature was not nearly enough to compete, as it should be. And this is a beautiful thing right here. Just touching on this real quick. Look at this. Just like today's NHL players, using size in combination with skill is a key component in powering past the competition in NHL 19. Player size and their attribute ratings correlate with the kind of skating style you'll see them move with, giving you a number of ways to take advantage of skaters' abilities. See, this is the persona right here. This is a persona. That's how you get the player personality, and that's how you give that dynamic, element of individuality on the ice. So even if you create a fantasy class of players, draft class of players, or even if you just have it, just replicating players of old and new, this is how you do it. You build the game and you put the template in there. RPM tech helps bring that out. They can put the animations in there and blend everything together. Like as it says down here, thanks to RPM, you have fluid command over where your player skates with seamless animations that let you decide exactly how you get from point A to B. This level of responsiveness opens a world of possibilities for every single skater based on their skill ratings, physical size, and movement style, as well as making the endurance play a factor. Hustling will burn more energy than gliding and maintaining momentum through pivots and wider turns. See, and then they talk about the player differential here yet again. And they say here, right? So they say the RPM incorporates skating styles that affect the visual representation and overall feeling of motion. The difference in attributes combined with unique animations make player differentiation better than ever before. So players like Patrick Kane, he's like 5'11", 180 pounds, so he's, shorter, quicker player, will be seen using elusive steps to evade trouble, while players like Dustin, I'm not gonna butcher his last name, Dustin B, which he's 6'5", 260 or 265, will be able to use more powerful strides and their strength to get past players. See, and then it even carries over to the shell world when you create your player, and it says where you create your own unique identity as different choices to height, weight, attribute customization by class, and the traits you select for your created skater will differentiate how players look and feel when skating on the ice. Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about right here. So these games that have it ahead, NHL they're further ahead with with their innovative game on the ice. FIFA is ahead with their game on the pitch. But then now when you look at NBA Live and you see what they're doing with RPM tech, player movements, animation fidelity, how they move around the court in general. You have it brings along that fluidity, like they said. Real player motion, like Connor has said here. RPM Tech is going to give our players much smoother and more responsive experience. Where it shines is with ball carrier movement in terms of changing direction, attacking the basket, and how smooth and fluid everything works. Took a big time leap there. And then they said they have more signature player movement. Guys like LeBron, Harden, Kyrie, and Curry will move like they do in real life. Faster acceleration, different nuances of how they dribble and how they move. And it's all on the left stick. But so you see how even RPM it affects dribbling in the game as well. So this is what I'm talking about, man. You're seeing it done here in NBA Live. And NBA Live has a decent system of player movement. It's not like they have a bad system. It's not bad, but it's not on the level of fidelity of like what the skating is in NHL or what the player movement is like in FIFA. So when you have that going on, and then you look at what's going on in Madden with the locomotion, I mean, see, once again, player movement is being worked upon here. It's being built out, taken to a whole nother level. This is the kind of stuff that we've been wanting for the longest time. And to see it being implemented, and thing is, this is just phase one. They don't even, this is not a fully realized vision. So they still are doing more work. This is the stuff that has me extremely excited for Madden 20, Live 20, and carrying on. I'm very excited for the future because of this. And I mean, like we saw with the player locomotion here. Okay, so they said that, the locomotion system's rebuilt using technological innovations from across a variety of EA games and designed in a way that intuitively balances the line between responsiveness and authenticity. So that's once again pulling tech from other games, putting it into Madden, custom, like basically retrofitting it for Madden, and then making it work in its own construct. This is the stuff that we've needed for the longest time, and I'm extremely happy to see this done. So, and then this is what they talk about, the run cycles, and they say there's different versions of the run cycles so that each player will feel and look unique. Big bruising fullback may have to take a few extra steps to make that sharp cut up the field, as opposed to a short, shifty scat back who can quickly put his foot on the ground and go. Now, I know that we had true step back in Madden 25. I understand that. But at the same time, we did not have the player movement system apply to all players on the field. And also, in terms of the way that the game feels, it feels much better than True Step. True Step was nice, but this was better in my opinion. I definitely like this a lot better. And like I said, this applies to all players on the field, not just the guy you use or control. Because in Madden 25, it only applied to who you controlled personally, and that's it. So, and then, but once again, you see them, they talk about it periodically in here too, how RPM plays a role in terms of animation fidelity, in terms of the tackling here, like like you see here, the animation quality. Yeah, specifically they go right into the tackling. They talk about the momentum tackling, and this is stuff that we'll definitely have our eyes on to see how it, how it plays out. Like, see the tackles influenced by momentum, speed, and weight with the new momentum tackle system that ensures tackles play out as expected based on how players started the tackle. So, let me see here. And then they also talk about the physics system, and they talk about the respect of momentum in that regard. So, RPM tech is a huge deal here. You know what I'm saying? In some games, it's going to look further ahead than others. And I mean, like I said, the systems that were in place before this was added in is key. But I'm very excited to see not only what it's going to do this year, but also what it's going to do going forward. That's the main thing. This is a footprint set to help carry these games into the future. And these games are more and more going to become games that you're going to have to actually feel to actually, appreciate the experience, to tell if it's good for you or not. You know what I mean? And that's across the board with all these games. PES, NBA 2K, FIFA, Madden, all of them. That's where these games are pretty much at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I once again say, do the GameStop rental if you have to. Do the, Redbox it. Do go to Redbox if you have to do it. Go to, do your GameFly subscription. It slipped my mind there. Do what you got to do, man. And if that's the route you need to take it. Make sure that you're comfortable making the purchase decision at the end of the day. If you decide to go with whatever game it is that you're going to be entertained with. That's the main thing. That's the main goal. That's the main purpose of gaming. So definitely enjoy what it is that you decide to play. But on that note, you guys, I'm going to end the video here. Let your thoughts be known in the comment section below. I'll greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe button. And as you can see, all the links for social are up above. And until next time, you guys all take care. Be safe and God bless. Peace.